fault
There is no
of
such
white
thing.
people,
Black on black violence doesn't exist if you ask most mainstream media outlets.
or it's the fault of white people.
I mean, I could point out the stats that more white people are shot every year by police officers than blacks, but nobody wants to hear those stats. They just don't. They want to pretend like it doesn't exist. Cops only apparently hurt African American people. That's completely untrue. It's a another stereotype that's completely asinine. None of us wake up ever wanting to shoot anybody. It is a terrible thing to happen to an officer in the line of duty. It's something that stains them, and it stays with them for the rest of their life. They just want to go and get their paychecks, same as everybody else does. But yet everybody wants to paint that pretty little picture of every cop wants to gun down somebody that's of a different race, which is completely the most asinine thing I've ever heard as an officer. All right. What do you think, Iceman? Staying quiet down there.
Oh, I didn't know I could do it, so I put the Steve solution on our Facebook and
Oh,
YouTube channel
badass.
also. So
Nice.
that's what I was doing since we lost, even though we lost Steve. But
Yeah, we'll get him back.
Yeah, he had to restart his computer, so he has to go through that. Plus, I think the internet in his neck of the woods sometimes I don't know if it's the speed he has or what company he's got, but
like dial up.
I don't know what he's got down there. I know.
Dial up.
Dan, do they even have dial up anymore?
Yeah, they do.
They
tried to get me. They tried to get me to use it for my corporate office one time, and I was like, "What are you out of your damn mind?"
I just remember the old dial up sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Do we have a better connection now?
I swear to God, I hope so.
I think if you turn your lights down a little bit lower, it might conserve energy.
Could be.
Yeah, I gotta get better. I'm gonna invest in a ring light at some point.
I got one of these. Like you can get them off of Amazon. They're cheap as shit, but I got a light that's like this big up here, and it doesn't even matter. The whole room could be completely dark, and it just shines on me.
There, shit, illuminate.
Hey, you didn't have to bring the sunshine out.
Yeah, right. Ain't no sunshine.
Yeah, I think I'll just go back to where I was.
There you go.
So
some of us have a voice of radio.
Getting bullshit from the guy that's not showing his face.
Yeah, the Japanese porn guy. I love the Christmas
Well,
tree.
it's not my fault y'all using this Streamlab shit and not EK Live. So,
we were carrying on with the conversation about gun violence. Basically, you know, I'd like to know who came up with the term gun violence. I mean, and they ain't talking about what happens every fucking day in the city of Chicago.
No, there's no crime in Chicago. Just ask.
No, we don't talk. We don't. First off, we do not talk about gun crime in the safest city in the world with the heaviest gun laws. We don't talk about that, and we don't talk about the fact that all of the gun violence in that city is black on black crime. That does not fit the narrative.
Oh, don't forget, Juicy Smollett got mugged by
himself
by a bunch of right-wing Trump supporters in the middle of Chicago, where there are hardly any Democrats.
My ass.
Yeah, that's just.
Well, he's got his own line of clothes.
Nothing went through that dude's mind. Nothing. Besides.
Oh yeah, something did go through his mind.
A dick.
A bunch of cum when he was taking that cream pie to the mouth.
Oh my God.
Well, I knew it was going to be entertaining.
Another thing too is
it's like I identify as a donut.
Who's that woman that replaced Peppermint Patty, Jen Psaki, whatever?
Jean Pierre.
Yeah, every time
the black lady with the frizzy hair.
Jean Pierre.
She's always, every fucking time she hits the podium, the first thing she's got to make everybody know is that she's the first person in her position that's black and gay.
Is she still doing that shit?
Who gives a shit?
I thought she just did that for like the first week. She's still doing that?
As far as I know, it's like every time I
It's like,
hear,
okay, lady, you're beating it to death. The tranny guy that likes to
No,
steal
no.
baggage at the
He's
airport.
not beating anything to death.
oh shit.
You need to bet your phrase is better.
I reckon.
Holstera.
I don't know. I like this, man. I look good on this podcast. Ours, I always look like shit. Me and Billy are rocking it tonight. I don't know.
They must have put some kind of weird filter on your shit.
Yeah,
No, man, I'm looking great,
my
ain't I?
lighting just sucks.
What's
Oh
that?
yeah, your
Steven?
lighting sucks.
That's
I
good.
said, well,
man.
my lighting just sucks.
Well, you ought to be inside of the ice castle over there at Iceman's house. He keeps the thing at -32, and it'll turn your hands blue and shit.
It's like a balmy 68 in here right now.
A balmy 68 with enough spotlights to heat it from the sun. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I only have but 1, 2, 3,
1, 2,
4.
3. These talking about the umbrella lights.
I only have 5 lights on me right now.
The umbrella lights, the big bitches that you
Only
would use
5.
in a photography theater.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to position them correctly.
It'll blind your ass. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I find it funny that I'm the host and I'm the one with the worst lighting, no background, nothing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not even at home, man. I'm in the middle of nowhere.
I gotta throw this in real quick too, because my best friend from where I grew up, his dad grew up in Louisiana, and I don't know with that man, it was like once it hit 70 degrees, he was freezing cold. He'd get a fire going. That was, oh my God, he could turn the whole house into a fucking furnace.
That's nice. See, that's the way I like it. I can deal with 2
Okay,
warm. I
so
can't deal with
therefore he
cold.
was actually a man that was trapped, or a woman that was trapped in a man's body.
Jesus.
I don't know. He'd whoop your ass though. He was a
Because-
tough son of a bitch.
I
No,
see.
it's cold.
I think Billy's friend's been
Hide in
putting a
the
lot of
freezer
stuff
and
on
I'm
Facebook.
safe.
Which one?
JoJo.
Oh God. Oh God. And now
Oh,
you're
is that the guy that hates you or loves you? He wants to make love to you.
I don't know what his deal is. I know he put out that one fucking video where I told him he did one video without a shirt on. And I told him, put on a shirt when you address me. So what does he do? He does another video where he's playing with his tits and said, he says, "Come on, faggot, these tits are waiting for you." And I'm like, okay,
one
call
Bud
me-
Light away from it.
you call me a faggot, and then you tell me those tits are waiting for me.
Oh, Jesus. He wants you to squeeze on him, big dog. Damn. Remember what the hell was that Friday Night Lights or whatever, where he's like, Casey, I think he want to make out with you. Yeah, that's the whole feelings I got from all that dude's voicemails. He is the epitome of, even if you don't like me and you report my shit, but you listen to every episode, you're still a fucking fan. That's that guy.
That's that.
I
guy.
know he's listening to us right now.
Or
There's no way he isn't.
Well, this
Oh, no, he
video,
follows everything Billy does.
yeah, I'm talking. You remember the Crazy Joe and all the stupid shit that the idiot New Yorker. He stalks everything I do.
Oh, that's who I was talking about. The
Yeah.
guy that was in love with you that had the Yankee accent.
Crazy Joe.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was recently on another talk show on terrestrial radio out of Missouri, and next thing you know, there's Crazy Joe sending him an email saying, "You're going to get better ratings if you have me on your show," and all that.
Oh, he'll get better ratings, all right, from the Third Reich. Yeah, you fucking Nazi bastard.
And the FCC is you're getting kicked off.
Right.
What demographic is the Hitler Youth these days?
Stupid. I don't even know what to call them anymore.
I don't know, somewhere between Democrat and utterly stupid.
Yeah, right. I was going to say the DNC. Jesus. But going back to the topic at hand, I mean, yeah, what these idiots that keep always griping about more gun control are always the same idiots inside of cities that it's been proven that the more gun control equals more crime. Because when you outlaw guns, the only ones that'll have guns are the outlaws, or the good people decide to turn outlaws. Because I'm telling you,
Absolutely.
you've got these psychopaths in these large cities. I mean, gangbangers don't give a shit by laws. They don't care. By default, criminals don't give a shit about your laws. You can make 100 of them. It's like they say, let's make up new laws. No, we have enough laws on guns. I assure you. Hell, the ATF can't even figure out what the hell a rifle and a handgun is. Okay, so I don't want to hear any gun control lobbyist bullshit. We know that one of the most shot up places in America is what?
Gun-free zones.
It is gun-free zones, namely schools.
Soft targets.
Schools are soft targets, and what is on the door of every school in America? No gun zone. Do not carry your concealed weapon in here. Okay? There you go.
Okay.
You know,
Sorry, not to mention, the gun violence statistics are extremely skewed. First off, they're wrong by over 50%. The number of gun deaths that they report is off by over 50% because what do they include in that number? They include
gun deaths is gun
suicide and self-inflicted gunshot wounds.
Right, which should not be included.
Yeah, right, but they call that gun violence. No, it shouldn't. Because that's not violence, that's suicide.
All right.
Well, I guess, but I mean, Iceman, maybe you can shine some light on this, but I know we always labeled them as traffic fatalities, even it's just labeled that way. Almost like, but I see where people would get the negative connotation and try to use that in a conversational piece to try to get the upper hand. But I mean, we have to categorize these things as law enforcement officers. When you have a death, they have to go somewhere. So I don't know if we would just categorize them as suicides then and just ball them all together. I'm not quite sure how they would be able to stat that properly.
Well, no, they label it deaths by guns. So if you shot yourself, it's the same thing by gun to them as if somebody else shot you.
Unless you happen to be positive for the COVID.
Yeah, then it's a COVID death. Ain't that weird? Man, when I was in the ER one time and I heard somebody say that they were the person was dead, and they said, well, it was a COVID related death, and it was a car accident. And I'm like, what the hell? I mean, I watched somebody pass away from the Big C, and they were like, no, it's COVID. And I'm like, no, what the hell? They've been down at the Big C for 5 years. Suddenly, you're just going to say it was COVID that killed them? Jesus.
Yeah, no, they had to get those numbers up to get their paycheck, but
you ain't bullshitting.
Yeah. One thing, though, when I got to ask, when was the last time you heard of a school shooting in either Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, or Holmes County, Ohio?
I was going to say, it sounds recent.
I don't
Lancaster?
think Lancaster County, the home of the Amish.
No.
There was, I know in 2005, there was that big shooting. It's a really sad day, and we lost Steven again. Shit, his internet must be really.
I know the show's called The Steve Solution to Internet Problems.
Internet outages.
Now he's back.
What the hell's going on with my internet tonight? I really don't.
We're just gonna shuffle around seats.
I don't know if y'all know John Kennedy, right?
Yeah,
from Louisiana. Well, I was watching a thing earlier today on him where he was questioning. They were in some one of the committees he's on, and he was questioning some doctor, and they were talking about gun violence and stuff like that. And it was like they gave some stats. I don't remember the number specifically, but he's like, let's say last year 50,000 people died from gun violence or whatever, being shot by guns, but 100,000 people died from heart disease. Yep. He said, so do you think we ought to ban fried foods?
There's certain groups that think you do, but these same people, they don't. It doesn't fit their narrative. I mean, but we've talked about that before. Look at the tobacco industry. How many millions of people die a year because of tobacco? Well, and then you go and you look at the gun industry. Well, it's only X amount, say 50,000. But then again, there isn't a gun lobbyist pushing for more of that. Whereas you have big tobacco pushing billions of dollars into lobbying.
Oh yeah, they're trying to get more people to smoke now.
Right.
They're trying to get rid of the vaping industry.
Right. They're trying to outlaw vaping, saying vaping's worse. I'm like, look, dude, you did not spend 25 years of my life pumping that the minute I smoke a cigarette, I'm going to get cancer. And then tell me the one thing that contains nothing besides fucking cooking oil is going to kill me. Kiss my ass.
It's not even cooking oil. It's nicotine and water vapor.
You're right. So I'm like, you can kiss my ass with all the tar and shit that are in a
delicious.
cigarette. You could suck it. Well, look, we all know you vape. You looking like a 1942 Volkswagen going down the sidewalk. Fucking.
But no, and another
Apparently, I'm
thing
the only
too.
real man here that still smokes.
I smoke. I'm
Or
just
at least the
indoors.
only dumb one.
It's too damn cold.
I don't either. I make a 2-hour exception on Tuesday nights.
How about also when Uvalde, Texas happened?
Yep. Well, that was complete utter bullshit. That
it was, but they tried to sue Daniel Defense for the manufacture of those rifles. Some of the best assault rifles, if that's what you want to call them, you can get on the market.
That's what AR stands for, you know.
Oh, I know. Yeah. The word Armalite doesn't exist, but they want to go after Remington, Ruger, Winchester, Glock, whoever. You made the gun that killed this person, so you got to pay the price. Okay, so then how about that asshole in Wisconsin? I can't remember what he was driving.
Drove the car, the little red car.
Whatever.
Nissan.
Sue Nissan for that. Did Nissan know that car was going to be used as a weapon?
No.
Yeah.
In America,
they keep going after assault rifles as if assault rifles are a big thing, and they account for like 4.7% of gun deaths.
Right.
And that no telling how inflated that number is because we don't know how many of those deaths are suicides.
It's a stat thing. I don't know how the hell you'd commit suicide with an AR. That'd be fucking interesting.
Well, I need to call an attorney.
Same thing you do with a shotgun. You put a pencil in there and push your feet down and off goes your head. But either way,
I guess you need to call an attorney, Iceman.
Yes. I'm gonna sue a whole bunch of like ex-girlfriends and stuff that assaulted me with their pussy.
Jesus Christ.
I think I'm gonna accuse every woman I've ever slept with of rape because pound me too.
The pound me too. That's it. That's
Hashtag Taco Tuesday. Where do you think the term fish tacos came from?
This is not the radio show I thought we were going into.
Not to get too far off topic, but the first words ever spoken to me when I crossed the border from San Diego into Tijuana was from an old woman trying to sell her body, saying, "You want fish taco?"
It's like you right after donkey.
Yeah, right. The donkey show.
Oh no. You know what? We got to tell that one story again because these guys want to hear it, Stephen. But when I first met Stephen, we were actually both living in Las Vegas. We were hanging out one night. We were in one of those filthy elevators on the Strip right outside the MGM Grand, and there's two really nice looking Asian chicks standing right there, and this
really good looking.
Yeah, and this drunk black asshole. And I'm not trying to emphasize his race. I'm sorry about that.
Man, he was an asshole regardless of his race.
Yeah, he just drunk trying to hit on him, whatever. And he turns to us and goes, "How come they won't talk to me?" And Steven's like, "Oh, they'll talk to people. They just don't want to talk to you."
Well, they didn't.
Oh man, and we probably could have gotten laid that night if we would have hung out with them.
They might have had penises.
They might have. Too boo cowboy.
Well, I didn't ask him whether or not they were from Thailand, so I'm not sure.
Oh, you kind of fucky and licky. And then I can sticky. Oh, $20.
He love you long time.
Yeah, but getting back to the topic, I know I'll try to bounce you back and forth off of it. I promise you. Either way,
I appreciate that.
no problem. I got to do it to this one all the time. I think he's sitting right
No, you
there.
just like
Yeah.
to bounce off up and down on me.
There you go. As long as you keep me happy, Daddy, it's
You
all that matters.
fag.
You quit it. Anyway, we don't have a problem in America with firearms. If we did, you would know it. There is approximately 9 firearms per every American citizen, and that includes infants. Okay, inside of the United States, and those are registered firearms, not the unregistered ones from the wonderful Second Amendment states that allow them. If there was, in fact, a gun problem where all the guns woke up
unregistered ones
one
that I'm
day,
worried about.
well, not me. I'm not worried about a damn unregistered one whatsoever, because the first step in conquering a nation is register all the firearms. Second step, collecting the firearms. Third step, get on the fucking train. Okay, we don't have a firearm problem in America, and we never will. If we did, the United States government would completely collapse within 24 hours if every American citizen stood up and did their due diligence. But I'm telling you, we do not have a problem with firearms or lawful gun owners. We have a problem with fucking psychopaths. They'd go out and steal these guns usually the night before the shooting. It is very rare that one person goes out and actually purchases these firearms. And when they do, it goes under so much scrutiny that even the FBI can't answer the shit. Like the guy that went out to Vegas and decided to start taking pop shots at the fucking concert. Why did this dude have like saws and shit? Okay. He was dumping hellacious amounts of rounds it did not come from a damn bump fire. I don't give a shit what the FBI said. Okay. That was a 249 Bravo. Okay. Right. That was coming from a fully automatic belt fed gun. Okay. I don't give a shit. Anybody that knows guns knows what that weapon was. And it sure as shit wasn't an AR-15 from a hotel. Okay. The other guy that happened out in, where was it? It was like on the belt, like Virginia, the Carolinas and shit like that. The guy, once again, psychopath. He had all these guns inside of his house. And I guess, nobody understood where it came from. That's what I want to know. How does somebody that's never had a job before have $30,000 worth of fucking assault rifles?
Same
I
with
can
the
tell you, I do a good living, and I've had a collection for a while, and it's one of those things of this shit isn't cheap. You don't just get this out of high school, unless you get a massive fucking loan or sell a car that's worth 50 grand. You're not buying some of these rifles, tac vest, ballistic helmets. You're not doing this right out of high school. You have to have a good job to be able to afford that or steal it.
Just the same thing.
You're absolutely right, because you know what? I am a gun owner. I own one firearm, not because I don't want to own a few more. I would love to own a few more, and I make a decent living. But guess what? I can't afford to just go out and buy more damn guns.
And we're not talking a $300-$400 Glock. Okay, well, actually, it's more like a Smith & Wesson because the Glock's like $800.
Well, mine's a Ruger, but I take your point.
Right, but when you go out and you buy some of these Savage Arms or these higher-end AR-15s, these are not fucking $500 rifles. These are $1,500 to $4,000 or $5,000 rifles. These guys
I only have one airsoft.
Yeah,
and then the same thing too on the Uvalde shooter. I mean, that was a kid who was barely 18 years old, an indigent family, and he gets Daniel Defense rifles, which are a minimum of $2,500 each.
Bingo.
Not only that, too. Texas
Who gave it to him?
Yeah. Texas, I do understand, is an open carry state, just like Idaho is, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, there is a big difference between carrying a pistol on your hip and then carrying an armful of rifles in each arm. I mean, that would look suspicious, and the cops didn't do a fucking thing.
Oh, well, no, I mean, I think even your Second Amendment auditors, and they might eat me apart on this, and, if you're a Second Amendment auditor and you'd like to reach out to me, feel free to reach out to my campaign. I'd love to talk to you because I'm the most pro-Second Amendment person on the planet. But I think even they would argue that open carrying near a school ground is kind of one of those, like, let's not fucking do this. Let's maybe a park or something to get some knowledge and out there and let people know. Maybe because down here in Florida, what we have is a lot of auditors that utilize. And yes, I fully understand as somebody running for politics that in the state of Florida, we have a statute that allows you to completely open carry your rifle, handgun, knives, all that shit, as long as you are hunting, fishing, or on your way to hunting and fishing, or your way home from hunting and fishing, you're allowed to have your firearm on your hip. That includes in the boat, on the coastline. This is for your protection.
By a tater gun.
But there is a lot of those are actually illegal now. Brandon took care of that. Regardless, when walking along the beach and stuff, there's a lot of people that do that audit here, and of course, a lot of unfortunately ill-educated officers that believe that there's zero open carry besides cops. That is completely bullshit. There is other laws that protect other professions such as security or people enjoying the great outdoors here in Florida for their personal protection. We are a Second Amendment state, and we want you to be safe while you're doing those things. But yeah, that would be my tie-up. I mean, at any point this dude got too damn close to a school, I would not hold it against an officer if you were walking around just carrying an AR openly in front of a school and a cop put you at gunpoint until you were in handcuffs. I wouldn't. I'm pro Second Amendment, but if you're going to try to present that style of threat at the school, they got to do what they got to do. Yeah.
I mean, the whole
No,
thing
absolutely.
involving
I'm completely pro gun control, sensible gun control.
Okay.
And and he's talking about the same thing you were just talking about there. That's sensible
Absolutely.
gun control.
Right. We already have that stuff on the books, and nobody, they don't utilize it enough, and they think that we need to go out and create new laws. No bullshit. Dude, we're America. We have gun laws as old as the country. Okay, we don't need new ones.
Gun control means hitting your target.
No, it means using both hands.
That's not what you use.
Gun control is when you run out of ammo. If you can hit them with it, if you just fling the gun and still hit them with it, then
Well, I like in the movies they show you.
I think
you
that
have
was
to do that
with the
with.
old
You
Superman
have to do that
series
when
when
you're
they ran out
shooting
of
it.
bullets. Say they always threw the gun at them.
throw
You
the
gotta help
mag first.
If you do that with the gun when you're shooting it, it makes the bullets come out faster.
Oh yeah, you gotta throw it downrange.
Yeah.
If you do it sideways, it punches it faster.
No. You gotta get it
modified
sideways
gangster.
because yes.
You gotta throw it. I understand. Copy
Oh
that.
no, I can't remember what state it was, but I remember story of somebody getting arrested and charged with felony carrying a concealed weapon. And guess what he was carrying?
A BB gun.
Brass knuckles.
Brass monkey. That funky monkey.
Yeah, I remember that.
Actually,
Who the hell carries brass knuckles?
I do have an issue with brass knuckles.
Well, they fucking hurt.
Yeah.
Because no, brass knuckles are not. They're not used. Those aren't used for self-defense unless you're just a complete pussy. Because if you can't whip someone with your own fucking fists and you don't have your gun with you, you can do some serious damage to a person with brass knuckles. I think that's, I don't know. I happen to agree with brass knuckles being illegal. You can literally cause somebody brain damage when you can knock them out with your fist. Just punch a little harder.
You ever pay attention to the bikers?
Oh, what you talking about, like Sons of Anarchy?
Well, no, like real bikers, not fake
Yeah.
shit. You ever pay attention when you're on the street and you see some like bikers and stuff? Look at their hands. They got all them big ass gaudy rings on with like whatever on it, devils and all that stuff. What do you think? You think that's for decoration? They're just walking around. They wear all them rings for when they fight you. It's like it's just like having brass knuckles on your hand automatically.
Yeah,
the rings are on their fingers to fuck you up.
It completely shreds your face and breaks bones in your face when they hit you.
Yeah, that's why they wear it.
If I got a fucking reason to hit you, I really don't care how hard I hit you, but I'm going to bring a lot of force with me.
Actually, now the one incident how can I ever forget? Of course, I've told this story a few times. Is when I was working the casino up in northern Nevada, right here, just 50 miles from here where I live, a town called Jackpot. And I'll admit I was talking shit about this one dude, and he knew it. He approached me at work and said, "You better shut your fucking mouth, or I'm going to bust down your door and I'm going to beat your ass." And I kind of like brushed it off. I wasn't afraid of him, and because I knew I had a gun in my house, if he was going to try to come kick down my door. That night did come. So what did I do? I grabbed my shotgun, unloaded, because I didn't want to shoot him. So I stood by the door as he's pounding at the door, and I cocked the pump action because that sound is so intimidating. If the sound didn't scare him away,
most. No, that is the greatest sound in the world.
Yeah, so
you don't even have to be a gun owner to protect your home in a lot of cases. You just have to have a speaker loud enough that any intruder will hear that, and people are gone.
I stood right by the door. I grabbed my shotgun. I did the and he went away. However, if he was going to continue to try to bust down my door, the next thing he was going to get was the stock in his face.
Oh no, they would have got a belly full of buckshot.
Bullshit. You like to hit him with pepper.
Well, no, I also got that new dragon's breath. I ain't got.
I want to try it, especially indoors.
That'll burn your house down.
That's okay with me. Insurance is going to need to pay for the guy to get removed from the wall anyway.
Breaking my stock.
What, get off of Pornhub.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to forward to YouTube. It's fucking hard. It ain't like Facebook.
He's campaigning at the moment. Give the man a break.
He said it's hard. And he's like.
And you said it. You said Pornhub. You said it's hard. There's something wrong.
Yeah, he needs to turn off Grinder.
He knows me. Grinder.
Oh,
gonna turn on that Bumble for you, buddy.
If you ever get a chance, I'll say this too. Look up the Grinder sting operations. These are awesome. And what it is these guys. They have these people posing as 12-year-old kids. And
I like that when they meet them up in hotels and shit, and they're like, "Yeah, now we're gonna beat the shit out of you, pedo."
And then they're right in the middle of a fucking sting operation.
Right.
Not only that, but they, a lot of them are like married men, whatever. Their wives don't know. And
shit, they had one that we covered that was he was actually an SRO at a school. We did that, and then they showed up, and it was on our podcast where they showed up right at the school and interviewed the guy, and he goes, "We can't talk about this right now," and they're like, "Yeah, you ain't got a choice, boss." It's like that ship sailed, man.
Yeah.
Apparently, the only thing they're missing is Chris Hansen.
Right? I missed that son of a bitch. You see the Chris Hansen thing where Biden walks into the room and sits down and goes, "No, man, no, this is."
Yeah, I did see that one.
Yeah, that was funny as shit.
Can y'all hear this? Y'all hear this?
No, I just wanted to smell her hair. That's all.
Yep.
Could y'all hear that?
I can't hear anything.
I didn't hear nothing.
You didn't hear nothing?
Wait, your soundboard? We won't be able to hear your PC because you're not hooked up. The soundboard will work because your headphones run through it.
Well, it's on my computer.
Yeah, that won't work. You're not backfeeding through the soundboard.
Can't hear that?
No, sir.
No, sorry, bud.
Send me the link. Send me
it
the
sounds
link.
it sounds like mom's television on the other side of the house when you're trying to poop at 3 a.m. That's what it sounds like. I can hear it.
I usually shit at home, not at my mom's house, but okay.
Hey, man, sometimes you can't really beg and choose. It has been Thanksgiving, all right? You eat enough deviled eggs, you ain't leaving the house first.
Again, the official food of the straight white male.
Well, that's it. That's it.
I think that was with Family Guy when they did that time travel thing. Don't give them any money. They'll just spend it on deviled eggs.
That's funny shit.
Deviled eggs are good.
Well, I mean, can we? I don't. Fuck. I mean, like, as far as the conversation goes, it's really hard to think because you really want to kind of have a pro and a con when it comes to a conversation. I mean, gun control makes sense, but only in the way it was done before. Look, I don't even believe in having a concealed weapons license for the state. I think that everybody has the right as given by the Constitution. We all have an inalienable right granted by the Creator, look, we all have the right as an American citizen to the right and bear arms. It doesn't say the right to ask the state permission to fucking bear arms.
No, and as far as I'm concerned, if you are not a minor or a convicted criminal, you should have the absolute right to carry either open or concealed, whichever your choice.
Well, you should
And I happen
have.
to live in a state where you can actually do either.
I mean, try going back to the dawn of time and see if you can convince some Neanderthal
To
that
give up his club or fire.
or tell him he's not allowed to carry his club, because I guarantee you
He'll club you with it.
they had their clubs at all times, at
Look,
home, not at
our
home.
forefathers would have been stacking bodies by now. Okay, that's the
Yep.
easiest way to say it. They would have did it. And I can tell you it's something new in America that's coming, and a lot of people need to start paying a lot bigger of attention to it than what they are, especially the Second Amendment gun rights activists. The gun revolution, where they're going to take your AR-15, they're going to take your collections, they're going to take your handguns, your anything that might be considered a weapon, a crossbow, all that shit. They're coming for them. But it won't be like we all thought. We all thought, okay, they're going to show up at our door and say that we're going to take your guns and your kids. No, this fight will be fought at a courtroom. The new red flag laws that are flooding the United States, the new ease of access into tricking the United States judicial system into taking away the rights of American citizens and taxpayers and do away with their Second Amendment right, force them to sign over firearms and stuff of their personal belongings to other people. The American government of tomorrow is something you should really worry about. There is a lot of these laws coming under development that they're sneaking in. And believe it, when you see an entire political side, such as, and I don't know if there's any pro Second Amendment people on the Democratic side. I just assume that they're all extreme at this point.
There's one or two.
Okay, one or two out of the right, and then you also have some anti-gun,
and they're rhinos or they're blue dogs.
Right, so you got all of that. And but believe it, when you have an overwhelming majority of people wanting to take your weapons, it is not when, or if, it is when they are going to do it the political way. They know that they can't come out to every American's home and take all of our guns, because if it happens, we're going to fight back in great numbers. They're gonna legislate it. They're gonna make it so we are basically a minority, and then they'll come after us. They'll use the goody, two-shoe gun owner that might own one gun and say, okay, it's illegal. They'll hand their gun in, and then they'll come after the minority, which will be the American patriots. And
it's essentially going to be the firearm version of prima nocta. They're just going to keep passing laws, and with each passing year, there's going to be more and more sheep that give up their rights to the point where the very few of us left, they're just going to storm in and take them at that point.
See, and another thing we need to be very, very careful of, I mean, when it comes to every 2 years when we vote, or every year in some places, but
don't just vote every 4. You need to watch your local elections as well, people.
Exactly. So watch your candidates too. Like a big problem we have here in Idaho. I understand we get Californians that move in, they're old school conservative, and they're tired of the shithole that Gavin Newsom created.
Right.
So they want the conservative lifestyle. And when it comes to the time, they don't do any research on the candidates, and they blindly vote R. And a lot of them, they come in. One guy got a radical bill passed that only you'd think a leftist would go, and he said it was easy to do. All I had to do was put an R behind my name. You got to research your candidates.
And we're doing that a lot during my political campaign. We've discussed that on that one episode that, as me being non-party affiliated, I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. And I think that needs to be a sweeping movement across this nation. You need to have people that go, look, I care about my local constituents. I do not give a shit about what's happening in Washington, D.C. I just do not. That is not going to affect me and my children tomorrow, and there's nothing I can do about it. Let's be honest. You used to be able to go ahead and write your congressman. Now you're going to get 13 secretaries before you'll ever even see the congressman. So that's old. I mean, we need to rewrite the system, reboot it, but only as far as like Congress and the Senate. These 80-year-old people, 90-year-old people dying in these lifelong positions that were only meant for fucking 3-4 years. Yeah, this is atrocious. Needs to be changed.
Nancy Pelosi.
Well, you know you love her. Just
Well,
'cause
she
you
got some big
nice
old titties, you know.
Yeah.
I'll be hitting that shit.
Yeah,
She
yeah, but
does.
she, and and she probably drags them across the floor too.
No, they're fake. They're fake. She's got big old fake D's.
I never paid attention
No, the
to her.
biggest problem I
He sent
have
it
with
to me. I couldn't unsee it.
She was in a bathing suit.
Ew.
well,
No, she gets a lot of
They're
plaques.
not,
No,
those puppies are tagging. Good.
sorry, hold on, guys. I do have a rebuttal to what you said this second ago.
Absolutely.
I do absolutely agree that more Americans need to do their research and, in a lot of cases, vote independent. But that's not going to happen. Unfortunately, it doesn't, because
The mass majority are sheep.
exactly. So we also, in addition to what you were saying, which I don't completely disagree with, I actually agree with the vast majority of it. We need to start getting more Republican candidates, more greater exposure, and not just voting in the same faces. We need to actually get people out there challenging, the same old faces in primaries and getting the information about those candidates and replacing the same guy that's been in the Senate for 25 years.
Can I explain why you
We've got to
can't do
get that going.
Can I
Please.
explain why? Okay. So a lot of people don't know this, and I figured it out when I decided to run for office. And if my microphone's getting a weird puff, hang on, I'll move it out.
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're good.
So I basically, when I went to go run, everybody knows I'm a conservative. There's no hiding that shit. I am a diehard conservative. I love my God, my country, and my firearms. I love my family and everything that comes with it. Okay. So I'm a diehard conservative. Now, I'm running against a sitting R that some people would call a rhino. I don't have a personal preference on the man. I believe he's probably a great family man, but his policies are a little shaky, and that's what I'm going against. But I will tell you, when I decided I was going to run, I thought, okay, well, I've been a lifelong Republican. And I went to go run as an R. That's when I very quickly learned that when you run as a either R or D, this is not exclusive to either one of them. The Republicans are not what me and you might consider a public party. They're a private entity. The Republican Party is a large business, a $1 trillion business. It is not for the people. Whether you're for the DNC or the RNC, I am not hiding anything. They are not for the people. They are for the profit. Okay. And when you run for public office, you have to ask their permission to use that R or D. That also comes with a hefty fee. In my case, I think it was an additional $8,000, something along those lines, to apply for the R. And I'm currently running against the sitting R, which means the Republican committee would obviously come back and go, the incumbent is the Republican. We're not backing your ass. No. And they would keep that essential donation for me to ask to use the R. It would have completely been a sham, and I don't want to be part of that. So therefore, I am non-party affiliated, and I'm not going to buy my vote. I'm sorry. And a lot of people need to be aware of that. Is the reason you're not going to get rid of these lifelong Democrats and Republicans is because anybody that wants to run against them has to straight out beat that person. And you ain't going to do it when the Democrats back them or the Republicans. They're going to put billions of dollars in market media to blanket the internet, to blanket the television, to blanket the billboards and buses. Okay. You can't do that as a Joe Schmo citizen that just wants to make your community better. I've been out there every day letting everybody know, hey, look, with my campaign, if you have a single question about the kind of man I am, you can message me directly. Hell, I'll meet you for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. We could sit around, have a conversation about policies and politics. But at the end of the day, you won't see an R or D because I've actually stumbled across the fact that it is a large corporation that does not care about us anymore. big politics are big business. There is no more R&D. There is now huge corporation versus us, the people.
Good point. Couldn't have said it better myself, to be honest with you.
I'm not sure if you were aware of the whole fact you have to pay to play when you go into politics if you choose an R or a D. And that's why something like that, the Mr. Kennedy that's running now, him jumping and going third party is completely going to throw a wrench. That has to be rectified. If they don't rectify that, the Democrats don't even stand a 25% chance of winning.
Y'all see that? Look.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah.
Thank God it's pixelated.
Your chair's hiding it. Your chair's hiding her boob.
No, don't make him move. God damn it.
There you go. Boom.
Holy
there you
shit.
go. Yeah, they're plastique. That thing's got more silicone in it than Barbie.
Enough silicone to kill a baby elephant.
There you go.
Good Lord.
All right. So,
All right, gentlemen. I think that about wraps it up for our main topic tonight. You guys good for hanging out through the break and joining in on the big session?
We didn't have what? There was a topic? We kind of covered everything, man.
We covered a lot.
I mean, this sounds like it was just four dudes hanging out for an hour bullshitting. I mean, I like this.
That's
you
what it
think
was.
the last hour? Wait till the next session.
Oh, wait till the next one because it's going to get better.
Let's give it a go. Let's hear the commercials, boys.
All right, let's hit the break, and then we will come back with the big session, people.
Hey friend, do not forget to shop our affiliates. There's Mike Lindell's MyPillow. Go to mypillow.com or mystore.com and use the promo code OUTLAW to save up to 66% off your order, or possibly more if there's a special going on. Or call 1-800-652-3982 to place your order. There's also My Patriot Supply. Make sure you're prepared for the next unplanned emergency. Get yourself some food with a 25-year shelf life, water filtration systems, solar-powered equipment, and other essential goodies at My Patriot Supply. If you like cigars, there's Patriot Cigar Company. Go to mypatriotcigars.com and use the promo code OUTLAW to save up to 15% off your order. There's also We the People holsters for great inside the waistband and outside the waistband holsters, apparel, and other goodies at We the People holsters. Tactical Brotherhood offers merchandise that's veteran-owned and American-made. Your purchase with Tactical Brotherhood supports veteran organizations. Make your life easier and better with merchandise from the Caravan to Midnight store. At Concealed Carry, you can get news, purchase merchandise, obtain firearm safety training, and much more at Concealed Carry. Enroll in Red Pill University, where you can go beyond the matrix and learn what's really going on in the world. Protect your investments by investing in gold or silver from Noble Gold Investments. Silver Lining Herbs offers a wide range of herbal supplements for horses, dogs, and people. Harness the natural benefits of herbs to support the health of your beloved animals, as well as your own health. All of the links to our affiliates can be found in the description of this video. Or if you're listening to the audio portion, go to outlawradioabs.com and visit the store section. See you there.
The media and politicians create terms like gun violence and ghost gun and assault weapon to change the narrative around guns in America. The entire anti-gun fear campaign is built on the reactive emotions of people who don't know any better. And the media seeks their support for gun restrictions. In Good Gun, Bad Guy, I give you the behind-the-scenes look into the mind of the anti-gun radical, because before we can defeat them, we need to understand their tactics. Good Gun, Bad Guy 2 exposes the media strategies used to create a perpetual state of irrational gun fear and hatred toward gun owners. Good Gun, Bad Guy 3 reveals the political motives behind the gun grab, why the left wants an unarmed population, and what we can do to thwart their efforts. The anti-Second Amendment radicals started this evil game. Good Gun, Bad Guy is the rule book they hoped you would never see. Go to goodgunbadguy.com to get your copy or purchase the entire series.
guy. It's the big voice guy. The one who intros and promos the show you're listening to right now. Hi, my name is Jim Hunt. I voice for a growing list of internet and terrestrial radio stations, podcasts, and businesses. I'd love to spread the word about yours too, no matter if the message is serious or silly. Whether you want the delivery to be hard-hitting, voice of authority, or conversational, warm and fuzzy. From fully produced station imaging and commercials
to custom phone system messages on hold and IVR prompts.
Voiceovers for computer games to narrations for presentations, even post-production, audio editing, and audio cleanup services. Yeah, I do them too. I'm your guy. I do business as Jim Hunt Voiceovers and Audio Services. My rates are reasonable and negotiable because I love internet radio too. Visit my website, jimhuntvo.com. I'm Jim Hunt, at your service. Put my voice and audio production skills to work for you. Let's do this.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Bad Billy, our pixelated friend and our politically very motivated friend.
Yeah.
So now comes the, at least for me anyway, the fun part of the show, which I like to call the big session, which there's no topic, nothing is offhand. This is just the time where we're going to take a few minutes to literally bitch about things that piss us off. So in my case, I'm actually a little pissed off at myself right now, mostly because of my internet issues earlier in the show, which you guys have now seen in our group chat. So I'm literally bitching about myself, which is apologizing, saying you're sorry. Why in the fuck are we constantly apologizing about everything? Why are we constantly made to apologize? Now, I get why I apologized because my internet was fucked up. Shit happens. I get that. And honestly, I probably should have said, shit happens, fucking deal with it. But no, I actually am.
Does.
Well, he is sitting there with that, sparkly white Christmas tree. So,
Well, it's weird because somebody in our YouTube feed was making a comment. It was 556. He was talking about how it's not Freebird's tree that rotates and looks like some kind of poltergeist millionaire owns it. Yeah, his tree standing still right now in his background. I assure you, that's not the podcast center.
No, I'm sure it has nothing to do with the fact that all the decorations are completely white. You're definitely not racist.
No, but guess what? I have 2 colored monitors, so I'm okay.
Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. Do you own those monitors?
No, they're just friends of mine.
Oh, okay. Then that's fine. But no, seriously, why the hell?
Why do we have to say thank you so fucking much?
No, not thank you. No, why are we, especially straight white males? And yeah, I get that. I'm supposedly the most privileged person on the planet, and that's
Iceman's got a white privilege card.
Do you?
He's got a whole fucking box of them. Yeah.
Well, look, anybody can get them. You can get them on Amazon for like $14 a gross.
My favorite thing is the black kid that actually invented.
I'm going to Amazon.
Yeah, because everybody went crazy over this high school that it was actually a black kid that created them, and they were selling out like hotcakes. This kid got so famous, and then the media was like, "We need to find the source of this racism," and it turns out it was a black kid in the inner city that just figured out it was funny as shit and made millions of dollars off these fucking cards. I'm like, hell yeah, bro, that's amazing. He knew
good for him.
He knew what would sell, and he sold the shit out of them.
I mean, that's just that's just like, they found supposed nooses all over Oakland, and this was I don't know, a year or two ago.
Are there any white people near Oakland?
Well, there might be one or two.
I mean, like they have like 2 cops.
They literally got the FBI involved, saying, there's so many hanging nooses all over Oakland, and then this black guy from and correct me if I'm wrong, Billy, because you're the expert on everything South Africa, but I believe it was a South African said that these aren't nooses. I'm hanging these up for workout purposes. And the mayor of Oakland says, okay, well, that's fine, but we're going to go ahead with the investigation because
Waste the American taxpayers' resources.
Kind of like the garage pools over there
Yeah,
at NASCAR.
NASCAR, fucking nooses in the lockers.
Right,
Or
exactly.
the garages.
Right, but no, seriously, as
Well,
you know,
if you wanted an
as
answer,
straight,
yeah, I can give it a shot if you'd like.
go ahead, guys. Oh,
No,
sorry. I was
Iceman's
looking at the wrong
over
screen,
there. It's
and it was
cool.
pixelated.
Yeah, no, he just looks like a Japanese porn star. Regardless, he looks like his package. Worst case scenario, you know?
I bet if you stood up and yanked his package out, it would not be pixelated.
Don't give him ideas.
I don't know. It looks like his head too because they're both shaved. Regardless, you, talking about it. So I think the reason why the I don't even think that this.
We know you don't.
Listen, I know that this one doesn't come back to a demographic. I know that you believe it does, but I don't even believe that the American male. I don't even believe that it's a race thing, because what can everybody on this podcast, most black men in their, between 25 and 45, Asians, Hispanics, everybody's the same. We all have the same thing in common. We probably have an old lady. You probably got a woman.
Oh, I was going to say, I want to
it
get
seems
laid,
like,
but sure.
Or when we're growing up, it's always you fuck up. The school makes you say sorry. You get in trouble. Their parents make you say sorry. So but once you're in a relationship, fuck me, every 30 minutes, it's like, babe, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to open my soda that loud. Most people have been around somebody that's a narcissistic bitch that makes you, you want to talk about rage session.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give you about that much, and that's where I'm going to stop. But you end up with, narcissistic raging bitches that make you feel about that big, like you're just non-existent. You're a piece of shit. You're there because you make them happy, and they'll get rid of you and replace you with another swinging dick in about 30 seconds. So you suddenly feel like your woman's going to leave you every 10 seconds. So, they get upset or pissy because you opened your soda too loud, or your dog barked, or you got to walk the dog, or fuck
you farted.
It took me more than 3 minutes to take that fucking garbage out. God forbid I wanted to watch the fucking game until the break. Okay. You get that. So you end up going, sorry, babe. Sorry, babe. Sorry, babe. And it just becomes a fucking mentality that's almost like an abuse syndrome.
And that's exactly it. No, yep. I completely agree, which is why, and don't get me wrong, I fuck up.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with saying sorry. I completely,
if I fuck up, I'm the first to apologize.
Right.
I have no issue with it whatsoever.
But I hate doing it when it's something fucking minuscule.
I don't even care if it's not if it's minuscule. If I did not fuck up, then I didn't fuck up. I'm not apologizing. I'm done. Sorry.
Are you married?
Common law, yes.
Copy direct.
Do you see the picture in the background with the multiple little pictures on it?
Oh, yeah,
that's a chick frame.
married.
Dudes don't buy those.
I don't know. It could have been a little.
Well, actually, if I could put that into focus, that actually is a Star Wars poster. So.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought it was the one you hit.
That being said, I'm not the one that hung it either. So,
so if you want to hear a bitch, I got a legitimate one here because I'm tired of hearing Holstera whining about, he's sorry. You're just, I don't know what you're even mad about. I forgot. It done left my mind already.
Me? I'm mad about what?
I'm talking about him up there, right above me. I don't even remember what he was mad about. Yeah.
People say
he was mad about his shitty internet. Yeah.
I was mad about my shitty internet.
So it's usually yours, Dick. Don't be too much.
And you know what? When it's my bad, I told you, I have no problem.
Let me tell you,
it was bad tonight, I'm sorry.
So the legitimate bitch, they need to take this up in Congress and fix it, okay? Is them off-brand Rice Krispie treats fucking suck, okay? There's no comparison to the name brand Rice Krispie treats that are buttery and delicious. these off-brand. I don't know what kind they using, bad marshmallows or what the fuck they're doing. They fucking suck. Okay, that would be against the law. Only buy Rice Krispie brand.
Great value.
Okay, I
No,
agree
don't
with
buy the
him.
great. You can't do it because some things you can't go cheap with. And
It
Rice
ain't a great
Krispie
value.
treats is one of
That's
them.
what he's saying. It's not a great value.
No, it sucks. It don't even taste right. It's like they use plastic instead of
So is
marshmallows.
And
that
not-
the one
not
that
only
the
that,
sheriff
you
give out at NOPD's jail?
So
Yeah, I know what you're talking about too, because when I bite into a Rice Krispie treat, I don't expect it to
Marshmallow
feel
goodness.
it's
So-
supposed to, that's
it
like the
feels
damn
like it was soggy cereal or
yeah.
something, all soft, and I expect a little crunch to it.
I'm also starting a new campaign. It's called Ban the McRib for Life. No more
Yep,
McRibs
fuck
ever.
you. Fuck you.
Ever. No McRibs.
I don't give a shit. So.
No. Well, then Billy, abstain and be quiet.
Abstain,
Awesome.
you're
You stay the hell away from that.
Everybody knows Holstera's favorites. The fucking
Yeah,
McRib.
see,
He knows
well, I
better.
told them the only reason they're seasonal is because they're made out of possum meat. Takes a while to get all them roadkill possums up and get them skinned and cleaned up. And
That was
make
true.
make possums out of them.
I'd be hunting raccoons on the regular if that was true. Be like, "Where's
Possum and a
Holstera?"
raccoon's two different things.
Look, a possum and a coon. They
Well,
both
I've
come out
got
at
both
night.
here in Arkansas, so I'll hunt both and I'll blend them together. I don't care.
Now
Those
you
are
start-
awesome.
Now you're starting to remind me of Sylvester Stallone in Demolition Man when he ate the rat burger.
Awesome, delicious rat burger, rat taylor.
Yeah, it'd be like, "Oh, this is rat. Not bad. Not
Best
bad.
burger I've ever had.
Yeah, best fucking rat burger I ever ate." Yeah, that was fucking Adrian. Love him. Stallone's a good actor.
No, but seriously, in all things in life, if you are wrong, by all means, definitely apologize.
We're still on that. You know what I do when I'm
trying to
wrong?
bring it back on topic a
See,
little
we
bit.
wasn't supposed to have a topic.
Iceman doubles down when he's wrong. He already knows he's wrong.
like-
Now he
it's
just
like
wants
when
to
Shut
shut
the
up.
fuck up and give me 10 seconds.
When
and
I'm
I'll
wrong,
finish.
see when I'm wrong, I'm like, oh yeah, I was wrong, but you still go fuck yourself. So it's
Okay,
like,
well, I'm
and-
going to pretend I'm your wife for a second.
and
so
I can
give me
even
10
do this.
seconds and let me finish.
even when I know if I'm wrong, I will continue to argue with you, even if I know I'm wrong, just to piss you off
the
more.
fuck off. Yes, he does. Yes,
Okay,
he does.
Again, give me 10 seconds. If you're wrong, legitimately wrong, apologize. But we all need to stop fucking apologizing just to make other people feel better. That's fucking bullshit. So
I agree.
now, that being said, we'll move on to the next big session topic. And since Ice wants to talk so much, go ahead, Ice.
Boy, I bitched about the Rice Krispie treats. You're just bitching to bitch up there. Now you want to say you're sorry. We'll get you a little. Hold on a second. Hold on right here. I want to check my pocket. Let me check this pocket. Nope. Let me check this other. Nope. I ain't got no fucks or sorries in them pockets or at all, so I can't give you any. So,
have you checked underneath your belly yet?
so no, there's none there either. Might be a Skittle or two. Might be some melted Skittles.
But I think I do have to bitch at you a little bit, Iceman, for drinking that Blue Claw just for that little bit, even though you think the whiskey cured it, but it had some effect on your brain, or else you wouldn't be showing us Nancy Pelosi's tits.
No, Nancy Pelosi is
He's been trying to get me to find Nancy's nudes since he's seen that photo.
I mean, you know how easy it would be.
That dude was trying to hit with the hammer. Actually.
You know how easy it would be to fuck her brains out because she's not real smart.
But she's always drunk too, so you know you're in.
Well, you know, the bigger the tits, the smarter
like,
they.
Come here, Nancy.
Not if they're plastic, boss. That doesn't apply.
Oh.
Oh no! You know what I think about every time.
Well, I'm sorry. Oh wait, no, I'm not.
Nancy. Every time I think of Nancy Pelosi anymore, the first thing that comes to mind is that day she ripped up the fucking
behind him.
Yeah, it's like my wife was like, "What a fucking cunt."
Yeah.
Really? The first thing I think about with Nancy Pelosi actually is the Family Guy episode that the late great Rush Limbaugh guest starred on, and when the Brian character came into the Pelosi office's character, and the first thing she said, "Are you here to take my baby?"
I don't watch Family Guy.
Oh God, you really should. Now, Seth MacFarlane is a flaming liberal. Don't get me wrong, but the man is funny as fuck. You can't take away talent.
But he has a very sadistic sense of humor. He's kind of like that guy from Australia, no, the UK that does all the dirty jokes.
He did.
He's wild.
Yeah. I'll figure out the episode, then I'll send it to you guys.
Send it to the chat.
Group chat.
I did a thing the other day. I made it under the using AI. A quote of the day that makes people feel better. It says, if someone pisses you off, don't get mad at them. Go to their house, fuck their wife, come in their mouth. So when they come home, he will taste you.
Oh,
This is why we have a late night show, y'all.
Oh no.
All right.
So real quick, now Iceman brought back an old memory.
Spitting? You don't like spitters?
Or you didn't like somebody tasted.
Good girls spit. Great girls swallow.
My high school graduation party. After the ceremony and everything.
You were 18, right?
I was 19 actually.
Okay, good.
I remember,
and he spit, by the way.
You're an asshole. I remember Susanna, this exchange student from Germany. Once she got drunk, it's like we were fucking taking turns on her. I was like the third guy to go in the tent and fuck her.
She was a spit sniff.
She's a little German girl, Guten Tag.
Wait, hold on. You were third out of how many? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know. I don't remember, but I do remember.
Guys, we're still live.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we can't edit this shit.
I fucked her bareback, and I probably shouldn't have done that. But what was really fucked up?
That's that gift that keeps on giving.
This is not the show I had envisioned.
He's got the German bumps on his dick.
No,
he calls it Mein Kampf.
No, I didn't catch any STDs. I didn't catch any STDs. But
is that what your bitch is about? Is fucking this little German girl?
No. After I was done, the dude that went in the tent after me was going down on her.
Oh no. Ooh.
It's like you realize I was the third guy to fuck her, and you're going down and you're eating that.
All right.
You know what? No, actually, I've got infinite respect for that guy. That dude has got bigger balls than all four of us combined.
In bad breath.
Well, that too.
No comment. Jesus.
All right. Let's.
He's never been able to look at Haagen-Dazs ice cream the same.
Cream-filled donuts and shit.
Or probably look at a bratwurst in a different.
Lord have mercy.
God have mercy.
Okay, so we're supposed to be in the middle of the big session, and we've got mine out of the way.
You got Iceman's, you got Billy's. He
I don't know the big session. That was just so.
I don't know where it came from, Billy, but I'm gonna need more of a heads up on the dialogue before.
I don't know. You know what? Shows like this where we just let loose and talk about anything, and we keep it totally uncensored. Just I don't know, just pops to the head at the last minute.
Damn.
I reckon. Hopefully
you got a Rumble channel.
Yeah, he does. He deletes all the episodes that go live on Rumble afterwards.
Or no, I actually deleted off YouTube, and then this will go on Rumble.
I don't know how.
I'm pretty sure this wouldn't. We'll get. You don't have to delete it off YouTube. They'll take care of that for us.
How we're still live.
No, I'll do it before we get a strike.
Wow.
I do. I don't want to lose it, but
something
I
don't want to bitch about too much, but I'll tell you right now. Has anybody else noticed that the fucking fuel prices are fluctuating like some kind of Bitcoin? Like the damn thing.